Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. And today we are going to be diving into your November 2019. What do you need to know? What messages do the angels have for you, and how can you best navigate this month of November 2019? So we are going to be diving right into these cards and seeing what the angels want you to know this month. So let's take a peek first at the card that we are pulling for the theme, the overarching theme for this month, okay? So this is about watching your ego. We pulled the ego card. Being aware of how your ego is driving your car, how your ego is guiding your life. Oftentimes we can recognize that it's an ego-based decision because it's something that we want maybe in the short term rather than something that we understand is best for us in the long term. You know, it's making those purchases that we know are a waste of money, and that it might be a better decision for us to put some money aside and save, but we're listening to that ego and making those decisions from there. So ego-based decisions oftentimes are things that we end up regretting later in a lot of ways. So really focusing on how are we focused on our ego too much? How are we making too many decisions from a place of fear or from a place of negativity? And this is about also recognizing that you're not as stuck as you think you are, and how can you begin to make changes in your life that are going to be positive, that are going to be for your overall well-being, and how can you focus on that? How can you begin to shift it? How can you let go of some bad habits that just aren't serving you anymore? And this is going to be a month and a period of reflection, so it's such a great time for you to focus on that and to explore that and to recognize where your ego is making decisions and where your soul is making decisions, because those are two very different things. Now let's take a look at what barriers you might expect through this month of, I almost said July, not July, November. Let's see. Okay. Here we have the Seven of Water, okay? So it does appear that you have some choices to make this month, okay? And you might feel as though you have a lot of options ahead of you. In fact, maybe too many options, and you're not sure which to choose, which is going to be a better decision. Now, obviously, some choices are better than others, and really, the Seven of Water is all about that some choices are better than others, and that you really need to consider that as you're making your decisions. So considering that, and this is about just taking your time and really feeling things out, really listening to your intuition and letting it show you the way. Are you making a decision from a place of fear? Are you choosing the safe choice just because you're afraid? Or are you listening to your soul and choosing from that place of your soul, okay? This is also about getting your ducks in a row, doing your research, exploring these options, getting to know as much information as you can about the options that lie ahead of you so that you can make the decision that's going to be best and right for you. So it's feeling it out, and it's also getting as much information as you possibly can so that you can make a decision that's also from a logical and logistical place, you know? So we also want to take a look at the next card, which is advice. So what advice do the angels have for you? Let's take a peek at that. Okay, here we have the Magician, okay? So I feel as though you've been holding yourself back so much because of fear. You have let fear stop you from moving forward into the things that you know are best and right for you. And it's time. The Magician card is basically saying you are ready. You have everything that you need to make this happen for yourself. So the only thing that's holding you back right now is fear, and you need to go for it. You need to leap on it. You need to take action in that direction because it's time and you're ready. And you can also call on the angel that's listed here in this card, Archangel Raziel. I made another video about it here on my channel about Raziel, and he helps us with manifestation and with magic, and we call on him to help us to bring more magic into our lives, and Raziel will bring that magic into your life. So call on him to help you as you begin to move forward with whatever this is and whatever you're feeling called to add in. let's see, wow, the sunlight is like unexpected today and coming through my window, so I apologize for the weird lighting, but it is what it is. So the next card that we're going to take a look at is what's going well for you here in this month. Okay, so we have the Three of Fire. Okay, so things are looking good. Make long-term plans with whatever it is that you've been focusing on, whatever direction you're trying to move in, and understand that it is going to lead to abundance. This is great. This is, the card itself says abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. So this is also about faith and trust, right? You might see some things beginning to click, some things beginning to happen for you, some things beginning to manifest, but not everything right away. And this is also about having faith and trust that the rest will come, that as you begin to lean into whatever this action is, whatever this decision is, whatever this step or change is in your life, and as you lean into it, as you move in that direction, more evidence that you're going to be okay and that you are fully supported by the universe is going to show up. But you also have to trust here. You have to flex your faith muscles a little bit, okay? And you have to put yourself out there. You have to work on, maybe you're feeling really afraid, but doing it anyway and taking action because your soul is calling for it. Your soul knows exactly what to do, and you've got to work toward releasing that fear so that you can listen to that soul and allow that to be your guide here. It's really, really important that you're allowing that. So let's take a look at what else do you need to know for this month, Libra. Okay. So here we have the High Priestess, okay? So you're going to be really in tune with your intuition. You're going to be really connected to it. This is a great time for you to work on developing your intuition, for you to work on looking within, for you to work on meditating for the purpose of connecting to your intuition more deeply, for you to work on anything that would help you to deepen that intuition, because you're naturally going to be more tuned in, tapped in to that this month, which is great, okay? So you want to make sure that you are listening to that, that you are allowing that to guide you. If you get quiet enough, if you listen long enough, if you set the intention that your intuition is going to show you the way, guess what? It's going to show you the way. So allow that process to happen, allow it to show you, allow it to guide you, and let yourself just be patient with the process, you know, understanding that oftentimes our intuition doesn't just knock us over. It's not always wildly obvious. Sometimes it is, but oftentimes it's not. Oftentimes we have to work on it and work toward it and allow ourselves to slow down, calm down long enough to hear it and to be able to listen. So setting that intention that you are more open to receiving intuitive information and that you are allowing it into your life, and then actually taking action by taking more time for quiet, slowing down a little bit, quieting your mind a little bit so that that intuitive information and those downloads can come through for you. This is also about not jumping on a decision, not jumping on something too quickly, okay? So letting yourself, again, feel things out, listen to that intuitive voice, listen to what your intuition is trying to tell you, even if it's the opposite of what your brain is telling you, you know, because sometimes it's not the logical choice. Sometimes it's not, or at least not the most logical decision. And a lot of times our intuition does require us to take a leap of faith, and that can be really scary, but you are encouraged to go for it if that feels right, if that feels best, if it feels like your soul is calling for it. So I hope that you do, and I am sending you all kinds of light as you work your way through these fears and navigate your way toward your most joyful life as you are tuning into that intuitive voice. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If you want to learn more about me or about clarity, you can check me out at discoverawakening.com. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure that you do that. Hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell so that you get notifications for all of my videos that I'm sharing here on the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for commenting below. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon with another video. Take care, guys.